morning, sisters. Another sixth grader for some of these lessons, and his name is Judson. Judson would be a cousin, second cousin of Leonard. He also uses the curriculum. You can watch our DVDs, and that might make it a little bit easier to get through the lessons. Not a great lesson to start them out in, though, because this is a lesson. These angles and these circles are ones that I can't really show you how to do with this way of doing it. Maybe if I had more prior notice to what we'd have to do, I would have been able to set up some video lessons about this. But I think you guys will do all right. I'll try to walk it through with you. So you're bisecting angles today, and when you're bisecting angles, you are splitting them perfectly in half, okay? So we're saying that you're going to make two congruent angles. Remember, congruent means exactly the same. So if you see this picture here, we have made two, or they have made two 40-degree angles, which means the whole angle they bisected into 2-degree angles. First way, using a protractor. So go down to number 1, because number 1, they want you to use the protractor. So, just like we have been doing, put your protractor right here on your vertex, and then you're going to follow over here. So you're going to read the 0 degrees over here. Follow your protractor up. Now, I forgot to tell you, you might want to take this guy and with your straight edge, make it longer so it goes through your protractor. Okay? So then put your protractor on there. Lay your protractor on. As you follow it around, read your degrees. Alright? And when you do that, write how many degrees that angle was. Seconds. Try to do that. Pause it if I'm going too quickly. So do you have a degree in your head? All right, do you have 60 degrees? You should have 60, or pretty close to 60 degrees. Well, what is half of 60? Yes, it's 30. Very good. And so find 30 degrees on your protractor. Mark a little dot at the top. Of course, my protractor circle is a lot smaller than yours would be. Yours would probably be out there somewhere. Right? Mark your dot, and then use your straight line edge again, and then make a line from that dot down to your vertex. And now just split that up into two 30-degree angles. Okay? That's what you do when you use a protractor. Let's try B. So, oops, let me cancel that. On B, I'm trying to turn my tablet so I can see better. So, here you go. Here's your little vertex. I would extend this way out. Line this up. This is going to be 0, right? 0 degrees. Follow this around till you get to this point. To do that, pause while you try to figure that out. And then after you figure that out, you should be right around 100 degrees. Is that true? What's half of 100? 50. So mark 50 on your protractor and then connect the two lines. And that's obviously not perfectly in half, but yours will be because you're doing it for real. And you should write 50 degrees on each side. Okay? I'm going to erase that so I don't get too messy. Our last one, here's your vertex. I would extend this line way out with a straight edge, not freehand like me. I just can't really use my protractor in here. I'm afraid I might scratch up on screen if I start laying a protractor on here. All right, here's your 0 on your protractor. Follow it around till you get to here. Pause if you need more time to figure that out. Once you figured that out, you should have 120 degrees or close to it. What is half of 120? 60. Yep. So go like that. How do you feel about that, April? Not too hard, is it? Gabe, what about you? Good. Oh, by the way, Judson, Gabe and April watch this also. They're my 6th graders. I have 2 6th graders. All right, now we're going to do a little more complicated way, like really kind of cool and fun. And this is where you're just really going to have to listen to me, because you're going to use your compass. So if you don't have your compass out, pause and get your compass ready to go. Okay? So this is how you're going to bisect your angle by using a compass. Okay? Let's look up here at number 2. I'm going to walk through this, so in case you have to figure this out on your own without me, you will have read through this. So to bisect with a compass, place the sharp point of the compass at vertex B. Okay? So they're talking about the vertex. Alright? So you're going to put the pointy part right there. And then you're going to draw an arc. Remember, an arc is a portion of. You're going to draw an arc that intersects both sides of the angle. So we'll just look up here. So you're going to put your pointy thing here. You're going to put your pencil anywhere in here. It doesn't matter. You can choose where you want that to go. So they put their pencil right here, their pointy part on B, and their pencil point here. And then what they've done is they've slid their compass around to make an arc, which is part of a circle. Okay? Now let me go back to the instructions. Draw an arc that intersects both sides of the angle and label the points of intersection M, right here, and N. So now they've labeled them. Okay? Now measure the distance from M to N by placing the sharp point of the compass on M and the pencil on N. Technically, you could do it either way, but you're going to put the pointy end here and your pencil here. It doesn't really matter. You could put the pointy end on N and the pencil on M. So you're going to measure a distance there, okay? Don't write anything, just measure it, okay? Now let me keep reading. Keep the measured opening, that means keep your compass right where you measured, and place the sharp point on M and mark an arc above it. With the same measured opening, place the sharp point on N and mark another arc that intersects with that arc. So, let me show you what you're doing. Kind of how I'm going to show you how you're going to do it. So you're measuring from M to N with your compass. So you got your compass opened up that much. Then you can just keep, if you started on M, just keep your compass point on M and drag and then swirl it up to somewhere about the middle. And you're going to mark a little arc like that. Don't change the distance. Keep that compass at that distance, okay? Then without changing that distance, now put your point on N, take it back up there, and take your pencil part and go around like that, just so they intersect each other right here. That point at which they intersect is the middle of that angle. So you can take this point, just like you had this point up here, and you can draw a straight line down to here. All right? All right, let's go down to B, and I'll help you with these as much as I can. All right? So, put your pointy part of your compass right here on the little vertex, okay? Now, put your pencil part anywhere inside. Can you see that little white thing? I think you can see it. Put your pencil anywhere in here and go around with your compass like that. Swirl it around. Keep the pointy part down here on the vertex and swirl around an arc, okay? At that point, be careful not to squeeze your compass too hard or spread it apart. Keep it that distance. Be very gentle with it. And now move the pointy part from the middle to, say, this side, okay? And then move your pencil up here, and somewhere up here you're making an arc. Now, very gently, without moving the distance, now put your pointy part over here. And then you're going to swirl it up with your pencil part and make an arc up here. Where they intersected should be the center. And if you take the straight edge of a ruler or your protractor, you should be able to make a straight line in between them. Okay? Let's do our 90-degree angle. First, put your metal pointy part right there in the vertex. Make it any distance. You could even go way out to here and go like that. You could be out there or you could be in here. It's totally up to you. Okay? I'm going to use the big one just for fun. Now, keep that distance that you've created from here to here. Don't change our distance. Okay? And now take your pointy part and put it right here. Put your pencil up in here, and somewhere up here, you're going to make an arc. Now put your pointy part right here. Swing the pencil up here, and up here you're going to make another arc. Join, that's going to be a halfway point. Okay? Pause if you have to do that. All right, one more. Put your pointy part here. Swing the pencil part around somewhere at a distance, anywhere. That one doesn't matter. Just you choose. But now it has to stay that distance for the rest of the project. So now put your pointy thing here carefully. Swing your pencil thing up here, and you should have something like that. Now put the pointy part here. Swing the pencil part around like that. Where they intersect should be about your halfway point. Kind of fun, isn't it? That's called bisecting an angle by using a compass. All right, so number 3, mark under the angles that are not bisected. Remember, they're not going to be bisected if they're not perfect, if they don't divide the angle perfectly in half. So, is A divided perfectly in half? No, it's not, because this side is obviously bigger than this side. So mark under the ones that are not bisected. This one's neat. It's pretty bisected. What about you? What about this one? Not quite. This one's a little bit. So this one is not bisected. This one, I think it's bisected. And both agrees with me. So this one was not bisected. A and C were not bisected. All right, let's do the back. So now draw angles, stated degrees, and so once again, I cannot really do this. I can just show you what you're going to do. So first you're going to draw a 100-degree angle. So make a point, take a protractor, and make a nice unlike line that's not very straight at all. Let me try that again, see if I can freehand a better straight line. Any better? Not much. Okay, put your protractor on there. You got your thing going that way. It doesn't have to go that way. You could go this way if you wanted. Okay, I'm left-handed, so I just naturally go that way. All right. This would be 0 degrees over here. Measure 100 degrees. It'd probably be somewhere up here. Right? And you don't have to make your line go all the way up there, but take your line and match it. All right, so we got 100 degrees. By the way, I don't think they give you enough room. As always, do it on another sheet of paper if you want to and just attach it to the lesson. All right, so now we're going to bisect it with the protractor. That's probably easiest, especially since we're using it to draw them. What's half of 100? 50. So on your protractor, find that 50 degrees, mark it, and then use your protractor to make a straight line to the center and label both sides 50 degrees. Okay? All right, now you're going to make a 70-degree one with your protractor. I'm going to let you two do these two on your own. What's half of 110, by the way? Half of 100 is 50. Half of 10 is 5. So you're going to bisect it at 55 degrees. All right, review. You're measuring these angles. Okay, I can't really measure them for you, so I'll just let you do that on your own. Let's look at some story problems. Everybody's least favorite. So Michelle saw a sign which advertised 3 donuts for $1.25. Let me get rid of some of this marking. At that rate, what would 12 donuts be? All right, so what would 12 donuts cost? So I like to set up like what we call a proportion problem. If 3 donuts cost $1.25, how much would 12 donuts cost? What do you think we should do? Well, look at 3. How did we get from 3 to 12? What did we multiply by? Yes, we multiplied by 4. So 3 times 4 was 12. So therefore, you don't want that. We have to multiply $1.25 by 4, right? 4, 20, 8, 9, 10, 5. So if 3 donuts cost $1.25, then 12 donuts is going to cost $5. Okay? There we go. Okay. B. Let me clear this up because I'll probably need this space. All right, let's do the next one. For the summer, Andy has a part-time job. He will be earning $60 a week. He wants to use his money wisely, so he has already made a budget for the money. He's going to give 10% to church, 25% for college, 20% for savings, 20% for clothing, 10% for church youth activities. Oh my goodness, he's a very industrious young man. $10 for others, 10% for others, and 5% for miscellaneous. Find how much money each week will be used for each area. Okay, this isn't hard. It's just a lot of work. So 10% of $60. That one's pretty easy. 10% of $60 would be $6. So down here you're going to write offering. Once again, they don't give you enough room. Offering will be $6. He's going to spend he's going to save $25 for his college fund, or 25%. So $60 times 0.25. Two places after the decimal. How much does he save for college? $15. All right, now he's got 20% for regular savings. Well, let's just make this easy. Remember, the offering was 10%, and 10% was $6. So 20% would be double of that, right? So for savings, what's double of 6? $12. Right? 20% for clothing. So clothing would be the same as savings, right? Sorry. And then what do we have next? 10% for youth activities. Well, 10% was the offering, and that was $6. So we can just write youth, $6. And 10% for others. So others is $6. That looks like $16, right? And 5% for miscellaneous. Well, 5% is half of 10%. 10% was $6, so what's half of $6? $3. Let's see how we did. So we have 6 and 15 and 12 and 6 and 6 and 3. Let's just total it up and make sure we get 60. So 6, 7, 8, 13, 33, and this is 12, 15, 12, 15. Uh-oh. What did I miss? Did I miss something? Let me see here. I missed some. Oh, I missed some money here. Let me try this again. Let's see. Offering was 6. College was 15, so it's 21. Oh, savings was 12. I totally wrote numbers wrong. I can't even understand my sloppy writing. Let me write neat. It is so hard to write neatly on here. I'm just making 2 stacks just to keep it small. So this one's 12 and 6 and 6 and 3. So there's 7 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. All right. So if I add this up, 11, 12, 13, 33. And then this is 8, 14, 17. This looks better. 27 plus 33 is 60. So we're at $60. I just wanted to make sure we were at $60. Okay. They just don't give you enough room for that. If I were you, I would list them all over here on the side. That might be better. All right, C. 10 pounds of potatoes cost $3.50. At that rate, what do 15 pounds cost? Okay, let's do what we did up here for this last one. I mean for A. So if 10 pounds costs $3.50, how much will 15 pounds cost? Oh, this one's harder because, oops, disappeared on me. This one's harder because 10 times what is 15? I don't know if I'm going to do it the way they want you to, but 10 times what equals 15? So that's 15 divided by 10. 15 divided by 10. I should reduce that. 5 over, no, 3 over 2. Right? 15 over 10 reduces to 3 over 2, which is 1 1/2. Is that correct? So you're saying, Miss Kenny, what the heck are you doing? All right, let me try this again because I'm thinking more than I'm teaching. How come I can't get rid of this? All right, never mind. We're erasing it all. Okay, so here we go. So 10 pounds of potatoes costs $3.50. So how much does 15 pounds of potatoes cost? All right, 10 times what is 15? Well, the way I figured that out was I wrote that as a little problem here. 10 times what equals 15? Remember from other problems we've done, whenever you're missing part of the multiplication, you just divide. So it's just 15 divided by 10. 15, I'm going to write as a fraction. That way I can see, you know what, let's reduce it first. Obviously, both of these go into 5. This one goes 3 times, this one goes 2 times. Now 3 over 2 becomes real easy to see that it's 1 1/2, right? So it's $3.50 times 1 1/2 times 1 1/2. Well, what is 1/2 as a decimal? 0.5. So let's change it to 1.5. Whoops, we don't want to put that there. 1.5. Okay. 0, 5, 20, 0, 5, 3, 0, 5, 12, 5, 3 after the decimals, $5.25. Let me look at my great teacher book, see if I'm correct. Guess what? I am correct. $5.25 is what 15 of them would cost. Okay? All right, I'm going to erase that. Make room for more. Mr. Hutton bought a new car for $18,325 plus 6% sales tax. What is the tax? What is the final cost of the car? So they don't want to know just what he paid in sales tax. They also want to know the final cost of the car. The sales tax is 0.06 or 6%, right? But if we want to know the final cost of the car too, add the 1, because that means 100%. The 100% would be the $18,000. So if we add that 1 right now into that and multiply it by 18,325, we will get the whole answer. So you start on your scrap paper, and I'll do it on here, and we'll see if we get the same answer. Okay? 18, 19, I gotta talk out loud, 48, 49. Can you hear me? Thinking in my head. All right, I like to cheat. See that 0 right there? I just put that 0 there. Then I put the 0 here for the 1 because I want to start the 1 right here. And because it's 1, I can pretty much just copy that number up above because it's all times 1. Okay, 2 places after the decimal. Ta-da! I get $19,424.50. Do you agree with me? Well, now I'm going to look in my book, see what we got. Oh, guess what? Mrs. Kenny is correct this time. Look at that. Every once in a while, I get it right the first time. So just to know, had you had done it just by this without the 1, you would have gotten just this part. Whoa. You would have gotten just, I forgot, I'm missing part of it. Oh, you would have gotten just this up here. And then you would have had to add in the $18,000. But you see the $18,000 was added in right here because you put that 1. All right. Okay. Had they wanted to know just the sales tax, you would have just done it by 0.06 and not the 1. Okay. Putting the 1 there just gives you a quicker way to get it done. E. If I'm going too fast, just pause me. Isn't that wonderful? Don't you wish you could do that at school? Just pause Mrs. Kenny when she's getting on your nerves. All right, here we go. I said that for you, Gabe. All right, Miss Burke has rented a new apartment. The rent is $610 a month. The deposit is 1 month's rent, which is that, plus 50% of 1 month's rent. So how much is her deposit? So this happens a lot when you go into an apartment. They want you to give them money up front, more than just that month that you're gonna be there. So they want the $610 plus they want 50% of the month's rent. 50% is just fancy for half, right? Because 50 over 100 reduces to 1/2. What is 1/2 of 610? So Judson, you don't know this, but my kids for a long time couldn't walk out of my class at the end of the day until they could either half or double a number. And so they're really good at halving. So I know that my kids instantly said half of 610 is 305. So we have to add 305 to the 610 to find out how much they had to put down as a deposit. And I'm not going to give you that answer. You can write it down. Okay? When Miss Burke from the previous problem moves to another apartment, she will receive her deposit back. Oh, well, I guess I have to show you. They're going to make me show you, aren't they? Stinkers. All right. So did you get 915? Okay. So let's move on. So her deposit was 915, right? So when she moves out of her apartment, she'll get her deposit back, this, plus 6% of the deposit if she stays at least 1 year and there is no damage. How much money will she receive when she moves after a year? Okay, so she's going to get, this is kind of like the same thing as this problem right here. She's going to get the 6% plus her deposit. So that's the 1. That's where the 1 comes in. She gets 100% of her deposit. She gets 100% of her deposit plus the 6%. That's 106%, right? Now change that to a decimal. 1.06, which I've been saying over and over again. So this one I'm going to make you do on your own. $915 was her total deposit times the 1.06. So go ahead and pause me and figure out her deposit. I mean, not her deposit, what she'll get back after she moves. All right? Okay, now that you're done with that, I'm going to erase. And let's do the last one. The owner decided to carpet Miss Burke's living room. The rectangular living room is 12 feet by 18 feet. And each square yard costs $24.50. What is the total cost of carpet? All right, here's the trick, guys. These are in feet. She buys the carpet by the yard. Okay? So we could do one of two things. Now, this problem would be easy to convert all to yards right away because remember there's 3 feet in a yard. You could divide the 12 by the 3, right? 12 divided by 3 would be 4 yards by what's 18 divided by 3? 6 yards, right? And if we're doing a living room carpet in a room that's 4 feet by 6 feet, we're carpeting. We're not fencing it. We're carpeting it. Therefore, we need the inside. Do we want perimeter or do we want area? Very good, April. We want area, length times the width. So that would be 24 yards, right? They sell it for $24.50. So we have to take $24.50 and we're going to multiply it by the 24 yards. 0, 18, 9, 0, 10, 9, 4, 0, 8, 18, 2 decimals. So what's it going to cost? Let me check my answer. Yep, I'm correct. $588. Now, is that what you get? All right. But just so you know, what if one of those numbers, all right, I'll just do all that. What if one of those numbers didn't go into 3, okay? Then you would have to do it this way first. So let me show you what you would do. So we would just keep it the 12 by the 18, okay, for right now. And we would do length times width again, all right? You don't have to do this. You can just watch me. Like,
say for instance, let's just change the problem so it makes sense of why I'm telling you this. Let's change this to 17. Oh. Let's do 12 by 17. And you see how 17 doesn't go into 3? So we can't really convert that to yards really easy. So what we would want to do is we would want to do the length times the width first. Do 12 times 17. 14, 8, 2, 1, 4, 10. All right. I get 204. Did I do that right? I couldn't check my book because I'm doing something different. 1. Yeah, 204. So I get 204 square feet. Okay? So the carpet is in yards. At this point, I would take the 204 and I would divide it by 3 to convert feet to yards because there's 3 feet in a yard. So 3 into 20 would be 6. 18, now 4, and that went in perfectly. So that's 68 yards. And then at that point, I would do that times 2450. Okay, so my point being, if both of them didn't go into 3, just do the problem first, then convert it into yards. Another little trick you're going to see down the road that I wouldn't put it past Rebecca to just throw at you out of the blue. Say when you, let me make it real crazy. I shouldn't take this on. Let me just say it. Say for instance, you had to do it, and when you divided it by 3, you got like a remainder, okay? Oh, I don't even want to go there, but you're going to have to buy an extra square yard of carpet to cover that remainder. And story problems are notorious for things like that. Maybe it'll pop up later and I can really catch them on that because they like to do that. Because if you, say for instance, you had 33 yards, 33 and 1/3 yards that you needed, square yards, right? Well, you can do the 33, right? But you're going to have to, well, maybe you wouldn't have to. They might cut it for you perfectly. But say they wouldn't cut it for you. Some things you can't. You have to just buy the whole thing. Then you'd have to buy another yard for that 1/3 yard. Just something in real life. All right. I think I am done rambling. If I have thoroughly confused you, I apologize. Few things on here I didn't do. So what I didn't do, you finish on your own. And I will see you either tomorrow or in language class. Have a good day. Behave yourselves. And when it's sunny outside, go outside and play, okay?